Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Let's Talk Business. Hope you guys are doing well today on this Wednesday. Today I have a good one for you. We're going to be talking with Checklist Canada. Oh, sorry, I'm messing up my phone here. Today we're going to be talking with Checklist Canada. They offer small businesses a bunch of solutions. So we're going to be speaking with the founder, Melissa. Here she is going to join in. Give her a second here. All right. So we're going to be talking all things business. Let's jump in right here, Melissa. Hey, hon.
Hi, good.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good, I'm fine, thank you. Oh, hold on. Having some power bar issues. Okay, hold on. There we go. Hi, how's everything going?
Not bad, not bad. How are you?
Oh, nice.
Thank you, thank you.
Make a lovely hair. We're
Thank
not looking like it's winter right now. Neither one of us. We're looking very summery right now. The colors are just popping. Yeah. So I'm just doing a quick intro. So guys, thank you so much for joining us today on Let's Talk Business. Tonight we have a special one for you. We're speaking with Melissa she's the founder of Checklist Canada. So we're gonna get into what your business is about, what exactly you do to help small businesses. So let's start. Introduce yourself.
Nice. So my name is Mansoray, and I am the CEO of Checklist Canada Inc. By day, I am a customs broker and for consultant for commercial importers here in Canada. So what I
Oh,
essentially is I facilitate the import of commercial importers in Canada.
really?
Yeah, so I deal with clearances at point of entry in Canada, all to final delivery place. Um, I also provide services regarding tariff treatments, HS classification for the commodities that come into Canada,
Really?
and a whole bunch of stuff.
I wish I knew you from when I was doing my wedding decor business. So when I used to order things from China, it was such a headache to try and clear that. It was so painful. So
I've
that's good to know that you do that. That's amazing. How long have you been doing that for?
been doing that for 5 years.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Do you do it from home, or do you have to go anywhere, or you do it from home?
Well, prior to the pandemic, I was doing it from our office, but now I am virtual due to COVID. So,
Okay. Okay. All right. Nice. That's not too bad. I think everyone's virtual right now, but things are slowly opening up. So who knows what the future holds? Oh, that's great.
mhm.
So tell me about your business. So just give us a little background on how you got started and what it is exactly that you do and how it's beneficial to small businesses.
So Checklist Canada, formerly known as Checklist Toronto, um, it was honestly a one-woman show. It was supposed to be a side hustle.
Mhm.
I'm very helpful, very resourceful, and I just turned it into a little business. It wasn't supposed to be anything grand. It was very simple to the point. I believe when I started, I was offering errand services. I was also doing some admin as well as gift wrappings and like a
Oh, nice.
like a personal shopper kind of service.
Yeah.
Yes. And then COVID happened. I did start back in 2019.
Mhm.
In 2020, COVID happened. I did some research and saw that there is an actual niche that I
Mhm.
serve in regards to just providing services to entrepreneurs, owners of small businesses, and busy professionals. So I turned Checklist Toronto into an agency. Um, yes, and then I ran an ad on Instagram for freelancers. I was looking for graphic designers, web designers, anyone that provided the services of admin, concierge services, honestly, anything. I just,
Anything.
any,
Wow.
anything that could be done virtually. I just put it out there, and the response was insane. I had
Mhm.
hundreds of emails of people that were looking to get into a business like that. So that's how I started. Um,
Mhm.
as the company developed, I
Mhm.
found I was making it more specialized. By September, I did a relaunch. I had the team of we started with 14. We're now down to about 12 people. Um,
Mhm.
did some criminal background checks on all of them through a company called Higher Performance. Uh,
Mhm.
honestly, I wanted each and everyone ready, vetted for our,
Mhm.
and ever since then, it's been going really well. The volume has been increasing as time passes. Yeah, so essentially, Checklist Canada is a virtual and a casual assistance agency. So what we do is we provide administrative, creative,
Mhm.
accounting, and lifestyle services to small business owners, serial entrepreneurs, and busy professionals. Uh,
Mhm.
I don't know if you want me to go down into exactly what we do, or if you have any questions before.
Well, no, we'll get to that. So first of all, congratulations. I love to hear stories where it started off as a side hustle and then it grows into something that's huge. And now you have 12 people working for you. That's amazing. That's a huge team. You like started off. I'm like, that's a huge start off. Most people start off with zero and then,
No,
they run with it for a long time. So that's amazing. And I'm glad that you saw the need for such a service, because I can't tell you how many business owners I speak to,
mhm.
and I'm always looking at a big scale of things. I always look at how can a business scale up. And a lot of times you'll have people that say, well, I want to do this, but I can't. And my emails, I don't get back to my emails till 3 days because my inbox is so crazy. And then my DMs and then phone calls. I spoke with a lady, she does catering, and she goes, I just want to cook. I don't want to talk on the phone. I don't want to have to respond to emails. I don't want to have to post. I don't want to have to respond to my DMs. And so to find that there's a service like this out here, and that you started this something super small, and then you expanded now from Checklist Toronto to Checklist Canada, and it makes sense. You're virtual, right? Because why can't you help someone in Vancouver? Why can't you help? Do you do only Canada, or do you do?
I actually have clients in the United States,
There you go.
and
So now you just change it again. You have to change it to Checklist North America.
I find that the Canada works better with attracting
Yeah.
these clients as opposed to Toronto. That's
Mhm.
why I made the move from the city to the nation itself. Um,
Mhm.
but yes, I do serve internationally, and we have clients in the United States. We have
Amazing.
receptionist positions.
So
Um,
you have a receptionist?
yeah, I have a
Yeah.
receptionist works for a client in the United States. So
Okay.
honestly, as it is virtual and easy to do, like if it involves technology, it's doable to get done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. So initially you started off just like as a personal assistant. I remember I used to work for TELUS, and they had that service called My Personal Assistant. And it was such a genius idea, because if you're at work
Mhm.
and you need to, I don't know, pick up groceries or something,
Yeah.
you would book them and they would tell you how many points. So we got a certain number of points per year, and then they would deduct it from it. And it reduces the amount of people like calling to work sick or anything like that, because now you have someone to do whatever it is you need to get done, right? So it's a genius idea, and I love that you actually thought of that, and then you expanded to this huge company. Now you're servicing North America. That's amazing. Congratulations to you. I love to hear stories like that.
Thank
So in terms of the service now, so now we can get into someone's asking, do you cover different time zones? Yes.
you.
Yeah. So you cover, yeah. Is it 24/7? Like, so say for example, because I know Vancouver, they're what, 3 hours behind.
Mhm.
So their employees working around the clock, like the different shifts, so
Yeah.
they're available? Oh,
Yeah.
amazing. Oh, perfect. Okay, great. There you go. So, tell me about your services. So we can go through some of the more important ones, or the more needed ones that you find. And you can kind of give a description of what each involves.
Absolutely. So the services have been broken down to 5 different categories. The main
Okay.
being our virtual assistants. I do find that because of the pandemic, that has been our selling point for Checklist Canada. Virtual assistants is basically the act of providing services remotely, um, usually outside of the client's office, and at more times or at times outside of their hours of operation. So it could be anything from administrative work, email management, database management. We also do social media facilitation and management.
Oh,
Yes, we do that. We have content creators. We have professional writers, blog writers.
really?
Yes, we have.
Wow.
We also have photographers. We have graphic designers, web designers,
Everything the business needs.
everything.
That is so smart. So essentially, if so let's go back to the administrative part because I know that's a huge demand there.
Yeah.
So you said you cover email. So tell me, how does that work? Like, for me, for example, would I give you my login? Do you create another email that goes to you guys? Like, how does that whole support system work with the
So,
administration?
so all these subcontractors have a checklist email through.
Mhm.
Now, for the client, I believe that if you're operating in Google, you could
Mhm.
extend, I guess, accessibility.
Mhm.
Second, accessibility to an employee or to a subcontractor, which gives you the opportunity to limit what they could versus what they can't see.
Okay.
For our niche, they have a huge issue with confidentiality. So
Mhm.
all our contracts actually has a clause that both the VA and the client signs.
Mhm.
And I do pass it on to a lawyer to ensure that, yes,
Oh,
that legality part of the business is being adhered to. Um,
okay.
yes, it's a matter, I think, with the way things have been going in terms of technology and systems,
Mhm.
do give you the opportunity to give other people accessibility without
Mhm.
too much access to your.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, that's great. So, 'cause that's another thing too that when I ask small business owners and say, well, why haven't you expanded? Why haven't you hired someone? They're
Right.
so concerned that, okay, I can't trust anyone. I don't want anyone to know how much I make because a lot of times, people see the numbers that you make, but they don't really see how much you have to spend, right? And so, a lot of times, especially when it's your own small business, people tend to what's the word now? They're they're more cognizant of who they want to have access to that, right? So it's good that there's certain things that you actually limit, that you have that option, and it's even better that you have a lawyer involved because that just solidifies everything, right? It makes that business owner feel more comfortable that this is legit. It's not just my friend answering the phone from the basement, it's actually a legitimate process that's almost foolproof, right? So that's great that you have that entire thing down pat because that's really important. So okay, so that's for the email. What about the phone calls? How does that work?
So the phone calls, that one depends more so on the client. We have
Mhm.
some clients that offer phone call services through Google Voice. So
Oh, okay.
that is connected to your G Suite email as well.
Oh,
And you basically give accessibility to the subcontractor handling that. And what they do is they have their headset, they could answer your phone calls anywhere around the globe. So
okay.
let's say you're based in Vancouver and I'm looking for you from Brampton. I could
Mhm.
log into Google or your G Suite. I could always answer your phone calls.
So is it attached to a phone number or is it the person calling? Like, how does that work?
It is attached to a phone number. I believe you could set your own phone number so it doesn't have to be your personal line.
Oh,
Be like a random phone number that you have
mhm.
attached to Google Voice, and that would be the main point of contact for your clients and
Okay.
answering wherever I am.
Oh, and then that was a number because it's a virtual number. Essentially, anybody could have access that you give them to.
Exactly.
Oh, that is so smart. Okay, okay, great. So in terms of the agents now, so say for example, you have an agent named Michelle. Is Michelle only assigned to me? Is she my personal VA at all times, or do you switch them around? Like, how does that part work?
If you select Michelle, first of all, the onboard process is that you and I have consultation. And not if, but once I understand what your needs are, I do something for you. And so by providing their resume and their background report to you for your review. And we meet where you get to interview the selected candidate. Once you, I guess, agree with my selection, that's your personal assistant. So you will have them according to the duration that you have agreed to have them for. So we have clients that will come in on a month-to-month basis, and then we have those that come in, they try for a month and they love the service, go on to keep that same person before a year or as long as you're pleased with the service that's being offered to you by, for example, Michelle, then Michelle is your assistant.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you don't rotate them, because I guess that would be kind of hard to have to train everybody on that specific person's business. Okay, so you get one assigned person depending on how large your business is. I guess do you have the option of getting more than one person? Like, say you're getting tons of emails. Yeah? Okay. Okay, perfect. So essentially, I'm going to assume that, or I could just ask you, are the packages customized then? Because then I guess it depends on each person, right?
Exactly. And we basically pride ourselves on the flexibility of our contract. You know, but this type of service, I find that a lot of people are new to it. So not to bind anyone in the beginning, at least, to kind of like to warm up to the services that we offer, for them to see what's out there. And then they agree that this is something that's good for them, that we could proceed on extending the contract or signing them over to the loyalty package.
Oh, nice. Okay, so wow, I didn't know you did all this. I love it. So you pick so based on our interaction, you would then select out of your team, because you obviously know them, who you believe would be a good fit. You present them. So you said you present three to the business owner?
I present one, but I must add in, we do have everybody on the website. So I have a team section where you see people that I have on the roster. So our clients that will walk in or call me and ask for, specifically, let's say Melissa, I want Melissa to run my
Okay. So they have the option of choosing themselves right from the jump, or you can make a recommendation, present your employee to them, and then they would make the selection and tell you yay or nay. I love that. Now you're putting it back, and that's another thing too with the whole comfort that was mentioned before. They're not comfortable. They don't know who they're hiring, and they don't have that trust factor. So once you do your pre-screening and then you present that person to the business owner, it gives them the final say still, right? So they can actually go and say, yeah, I like her. No, I don't. I'm not really feeling her or him. So I like that. It's really great. In terms of, so other services, so that's the virtual assistants. There was more question I had. So with the assignment now, so say for example, I'm assigned Michelle, whoever, that's ongoing. It's like a month-to-month, as long as I say there's no actual contract for the service.
Minimum 1 month. And the 1 month package, I believe, starts at 10 hours per month. You are 38 days to exhaust those hours. And then you could go for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It's up to you. That's what we have. It's very flexible. It's not stressful. Our clients do stick with like 1 month to see how we work first, and then jump into longer contracts.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Now with the hours, so say for example, using Michelle again, I don't know why I say Michelle, but say for example, is she only assigned to doing emails, or is there flexibility in terms of she can respond to emails and phone calls, or is it different packages for each particular service? Like, is it a min one package, or is it separate based on the task?
it will be depending on what you're looking for.
Mhm.
The hour, how the task is breaking down is that VA could only do 2 things per hour. So
Oh, okay.
just for the sake of quality and time,
Mhm.
try not to put my VAs in a position where they're doing 50 things at once. The
Mhm.
not doing things right is high when you overwhelm, virtual assistant or anybody with
Mhm.
any. So I try to put in place that they could only handle 2 things at once. If they could
Mhm.
phone calls and emails per hour, no problem. It would just be a matter of organizing yourself, and they're very good with that. So,
Okay.
mhm.
That makes sense. So, with the time again, because I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. So, say for example, I get emails,
Mhm.
but I don't get them on the hour. Is it like, how do you actually deduct the time? So is that person assigned like for the day, and then depending on the number of emails that she responds to, then that's like each email has a certain amount of time? Or is it we're giving you between 10 and 11 and whatever can get done gets done? If no calls, no emails come in, that's it? Or how does that part work?
Okay, based on your question, what I'm getting is you're wondering how we account for the timing. Is that
Yes, exactly. Yes, there you go. Yeah.
we have an online platform that they
Mhm.
clock in when they start your and by the hour they need to provide a description of everything that they have done. Now, you as my client, you should be able to see whether or not they answered this email or not based on your accessibility to your emails also. So
Mhm.
provide a report, and I have to basically pull a report of online clock-in that they've done. But as I give my clients the opportunity to either get those reports bi-weekly or weekly. So
Mhm.
your description, the report should match what the clock-in says. If it
Mhm.
obviously that is something that we would need to review with the VA and see.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I guess what I was trying to get at is that, say, for example, they're assigned a specific time. Is it a certain time, or is it a certain amount of tasks? So, like, if they respond to 10 emails, then they're done because 10 emails is equivalent to an hour, or is it like a certain time block? So 10 to 12, that's your assigned time, and whatever you do or don't do during that time, then that time's expired.
So the joys of VA is that there is not really time specific. Um,
Okay.
Maybe 1 or 2 occasions. Most of our clients are very flexible. They
Mhm.
expectations by the end of the week or daily goals that they want done, and
Mhm.
they get it done within any time.
Okay.
Yeah, that they feel like
Okay.
get. Hmm.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I was trying to wrap my head around that because I'm thinking of my emails, and sometimes I don't get anything for the morning, but then the evening time is when I'm getting a bunch. So I just want to know, like, are they kind of open throughout the day, or is it they're allocated a certain amount of time, like 10 to 11, and
They
that's it?
so in your instance, since you get your emails in the evening, it would make more sense for them to work in the evening.
Got it. Okay. Okay, okay. So you assign it based on the need of the business and not necessarily whatever time they're
Ex-
available.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. Okay, there you go. Thank you. Um, so what was another service? So that's a virtual assistant. What's another service that you provide as well?
So we provide small casual business support. Um,
Okay.
one is honestly, it's very flexible. We do customs classification support. So the stuff that I do, we also do delivery, parcel pickup. We do
Oh.
support, market research, corporate event facilitation, virtual event facilitation, stuff like that.
Oh wow. Okay. So like if I'm thinking about my old business. I'm like, man, if I found you. So you guys do delivery. So if I need a courier or something to be sent, you guys provide that, or for me to ship something, you
Ex-
guys provide all that. So
ex-
that's more for on a one-to-one basis, I guess. I just need that service for the one day and then that's it.
yeah,
Then
exactly.
that's possible. Okay, and so then how does that work? It's just we give you a call, we tell you what we need, and then you give a quote for it based on the
Exactly.
description and needs. Oh,
Exactly.
perfect. So
Exactly.
that doesn't come with a contract.
No,
That's not ongoing.
exactly.
That's called casual business support.
Yes, please.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right, that's great. And then what's another service that you provide?
We also have miscellaneous creative support, which is the web design, graphic design, photography. So within the scope of photography, we do product photography, we do set decorations. I have a videographer, blog manager, content creator, the whole scope
Anything that you need for your business.
within
So
the
you went from being this one person's one man band, running around doing little pickups here and there,
yes,
to now servicing everything business wise.
exactly.
That's amazing. You're literally a one stop shop, literally.
The truth.
So
Yeah,
okay, I love that. And everything is tailored. So if I need the casual, I can get the casual. If I need the VA, I can get the VA. It's so flexible, and it's great because that's the reality of small businesses. One minute you're busy, next minute, crickets, right? Some businesses, they work in seasons, right? So that's amazing that you have that flexibility, that there isn't any contract or anything, because that's another thing why people are afraid to get services like that. Like, I don't want to commit to having to pay when I have downtime, when it's low for me. I don't want to have to commit to paying that extra bill when money isn't coming in. So that's amazing that you have those flexibilities. In terms of the longer term packages, do you offer some sort of, I don't like using the word discount, but is there a, I don't like using that word.
I do. The longer, the cheaper the hourly rate.
Okay.
For example, you go on my website and you look at the service rate. The loyalty package is for 6 months to 1 year or longer. And the hour comes down to $21.50 per hour.
Okay. So it reduces. So at that point, they would have to get in a contract saying, I'm going to stay for at least 6 months. But that's an option that they would make on their own. You don't enforce that. Got it. I love, this is such a great business model. And how long have you been in business for doing this?
Doing this, let's say, 2 years now.
2 years. Good for you.
Almost 1 year with the team. 2 years.
Wow, good for you. I love hearing stories like that. That's amazing, because like you see a need and then you took it and it grew. And it's funny how we started doing these things on a small scale. You're like, okay, let me just do a side hustle, and now you're like, man, I need to hire 12 people because I can't do this alone.
No,
That's amazing. That's amazing.
because it's such an array of services. The management or the flow of the business is equivalent to Uber, so to speak.
Yeah.
So it's a platform where, let's say, you could offer web design. Okay, you could join. Maybe you do admin work. Okay, you could come in. You know what I mean? Say you have a someone that does graphic designing, product photography, whatever it is that you do. I even have accountants on my team as well.
Wow. Do we bookkeeping or anything like that?
Exactly.
Wow. You're selling convenience, which is like the number one thing now. Like if you take the Walmart model, like I can't stand Walmart. Walmart and me just don't get along because for a lot of reasons. But it's convenient. I have to go there because it's convenient, right? Instead of me going to 10 different stores and driving here, there, and everywhere, you can just go to one place, and that's the whole benefit of having a business that offers so many different types of conveniences. I don't have to go everywhere. I can get my web designer from you. I can get my photographer from you. I can get my assistant from you. It's a genius idea. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. In terms of, so you said that if you do a 6 months to 1 year, you're going down to $21. What would be like the average rate? Because I think that one of the most common services needed would be the virtual assistant. So what's the starting rate? If I'm just doing a regular month to month, what would be the starting rate for that?
It's $25 per hour, and the available is 10 hours. You can't vote that. You need to get an 10-hour package to take advantage of the punch card package. Our loyalty package starts at 20 hours and it could go up to 60 hours. I have clients that will come in, ask for 60 hours. Yeah, it's fine as long as the VA can handle the volume and the time. It's usually true.
Oh, good. So I'm assuming you also have that option that if I start off with 10 hours, I'm like, well, I need more. I can increase, I can decrease.
Absolutely.
As as I please. I love that idea. That's amazing. Guys, I hope I hope you guys are listening because a lot of you have these excuses. I can't post. I can't. You do content creation. That's another big thing in blogs because again, one man band, all these ideas, posting on 10 different platforms, and consistency is a big thing. And while you're still trying to run your business, you're still trying to be that baker, you're still trying to be that caterer, you're still trying to be that nail technician, then I have to post
Yeah,
and keep posting and I have to engage and it
you.
gets overwhelming.
It does.
So content creation, how does that work? Like does a business owner give the ideas or do they come up with the ideas or does it work both ways?
We basically work with the business owner, so we need to understand what your business is, uh, and then we get what your goals are. Are you looking for your followers sales? Are you just looking for increase in numbers? It all boils down to what your objectives are, and then
Mhm.
we get down to the design of your platform. So we'll look into the colors, the style, brand identity, and then from then onwards, we go and create, a package for you that would suit your brand, so to speak. So that's what
And
we do.
so, okay, so do you guys actually do the posting as well, or would you provide me with? Oh, you do both.
Yes. So
Wow, Mike, I need to hire you guys. Where have you been all my life?
this Canada page, I do not do anything on there. I literally just go in to check what's going on. We have
Yeah.
a content creator that creates the post and
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 po-
moderation. I just kind of go in and see what's going on and answer DMs if I want to. But those are all services that she would handle if I wasn't such a helicopter boss.
I like that term. Well, you know what? It's amazing because I'm just thinking about all the conversations I've had with business owners, and that's a big thing that's holding a lot of businesses from growing. It's because they're stretching themselves too thin, and something has to give, right? And so they stop posting, or they stop answering their phone calls, or they respond to the emails in 3 days, and now they lost the sale. So a lot of times I need business owners to understand you have to invest in order to make money. You have to spend money to make money. And
Exactly.
once you have that efficiency, because I talk about customer experience all the time. If I send you an email and I have to wait 4 days, you turn me off. You lost me right there. Even if I haven't found anybody else, because to me, I don't feel important. I don't feel like you need my services anymore. And so I try to give that spiel, but then it's like, well, what can I do? What can I do? Now that I found you now, okay, I'm going to be referencing everybody. I go, no excuses. And those rates are extremely, extremely, in this day and age, that's affordable.
You know,
That's that.
the standard, especially within Canada, not in the States, but within Canada here, there are firms that are offering $50 per hour for these services. So,
Yeah.
we're very reasonable. Very reasonable.
Yeah.
I
Of
know
course.
company, but I needed to consider a lot as an entrepreneur myself. I wouldn't
Mhm.
have the fund to, pay somebody $50 per hour for 40 hours. That's a lot.
Yeah, yeah. That to me, that's unreasonable, especially because you think about who your client is. It's small companies. The big companies, they're not going to need your services because they have all that in-house, right? Like Rogers, tell us they have their call centers all over. But when you think of a small business, again, one person, and you're saying, okay, I just need an extra pair of hands, and that is a very huge problem because it's like that email that you took 3 days, that's one sale, could have been referrals, could have been so much more. And now, you lost that sale. What else? Like, it goes beyond that. It's not just a sale. It's a reputation. It's the way how you look now. It's like, well, I sent her an email and she never responded to me. So, I'm happy that I did not know you offered all those services. That is amazing. So, what is a common, I spoke about some, but what's a common problem that you find that small businesses run into that you solve? So I know we said the VA, we spoke about that quite a bit, the virtual assistants. What would you say is another common issue that small businesses run into quite a bit that you help with?
Honestly, VA is probably one of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
Management. Every single client that I have spoken to, their, their main issue has always been their emails. I can't emails. It's too much. My clients are getting upset. I need someone to run my emails for me. Second to emails would be social media. You know, due to the times that we're in, social media is now key to businesses. You need that online platform, whether it is LinkedIn, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever the it may be. It's essential to, you know, the function of a business, especially if you enter into a specific type of audience. You need to be able to reach them through these online platforms. So I find that a lot of our clients are more so interested in services geared to that. Yes, that is what we have. And prior to the pandemic, I would say lifestyle. I didn't speak on this, but we do offer lifestyle services to our niche. Lifestyle being travel planning, reservations for restaurants, whether it be personal level or for your team, we offer that as well. Just because the business I work for during my day job, during our Christmas time, we're usually looking for people to do our gift wrapping for us. We're looking for people to organize our dinner. Granted, you know, the employees can handle that, but it's nice to be able to outsource that to someone.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we do offer that as well. I have people on my team that have a background in specifically just events. So that is something that we offer as well. Yeah, basically email, social media, lifestyle are the three categories.
Anything to make a business owner's life so much easier. It's that work-life balance, right? That business-life balance, I should say, that a lot of people lack, and then you get stressed out and you get burnt out, and it gets really stressful. So guys, just to kind of bring up to date, I'm speaking here with Melissa Mansoray from Checklist Canada. She offers a virtual assistant, a whole bunch of business solutions. I do have some questions here. Mr. Douglas, you can have multiple users send on behalf of one email.
That's correct.
Okay. Can you book hourly or on a need basis?
That question, it has to be a month minimum. Yes, but other than that, no.
10 hours, you said, right? Minimum 1 month and 10 hours. Yeah, at $25.
Exactly.
You can run a VoIP off your personal phone. Okay, he's the tech guy here. Awesome suite of products. Here. Yeah. Okay, so now in closing, is there any tips that you want to give small business owners that they should stop doing on their own and just, you know, have you do that you can help them out with?
You literally just it's so hard, and I'm probably the worst when it comes to this as well. That's why I'm here. That's why Canada is. You need to be able to at times let go, so you evolve. I find that when you do delegate, it frees up time for you to expand or develop your business, so to speak. It's hard being, you know, your IT person, your accountant, your social media, you know, facilitator or manager, as well as your admin, you know, and while trying to develop your business. Even if you have the skill set, you are a human being and you will burn out. So I encourage you to reach out to us on a need to need basis. We could do a month trial. It's not like, what's the word? Nothing to kind of win. It's very flexible. What we do is we work in closing with our clients to ensure that everything is well understood. We take our time. It's nothing to rush, as long as it is a system that works for you. That's the main objective for Checklist Canada. It's not about money. I mean, it is a business, so money is to it.
But those are more than reasonable. That's more than affordable for a small business. Yeah. If you're at that point where you need a second pair of hands, I would assume that you have the income to at least, you know, pay for a second pair of hands.
Ex- Exactly. And we offer you peace of mind by ensuring
Mhm.
the person is checked. So we have background check services that we do annually. We did our first one last year. We're heading up into a year, I believe, October. We will do the one again. And all our clients are given that report so they know who they're working with.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. So
It's
it's
like stress free, man. My goodness. Like you do the background checks, you provide them, so you're not just talking. Like I love the fact that you, not that you would say that, but that
yes.
you're actually showing them, because that's another thing too, right? When you're a small business owner, it's hard for you to trust people, right? Especially your business is your baby, right? And so a lot of times people feel that, okay, I can't trust someone to respond to my emails. You do full training, okay? So like whatever that product is or service that person is offering, you will train your person once they're handpicked by the business owner. So guys, if you missed that, you pick who you want. Melissa will do the pre-screening and then she'll present them to you, or you have the option of going on her website at checklistcanada.ca.
It's a checklistca.com.
Okay, there you go. Okay, what she said. And you can pick someone there. They have the full bio there and their resumes and their qualifications, or she can do the pre-screening for you and present who she feels would be a best fit for you. From there, you have a lawyer, okay, who you said sign a contract to make sure that your information remains confidential.
Absolutely.
I love that.
So
I
the
love that. It's peace of mind.
confidentiality clause is in the contract that I set up with the client. So
Mhm.
it's binding. Both the VA and the client has to sign it. So in the event we run into a breach, then obviously we could, proceed with any legal actions that needs to take place. But
And I don't see that happen either, because someone with a background check and then they already know under what conditions they're signed into. Like I don't see that even happening. But in case, because you never know, at least you have the support system there for lawyer and you have everything in writing. So I absolutely love that, because it buys them a peace of mind, which can be bought. It really can't, But when you have all these things in place, you're that much more comfortable, especially when it's something affordable, to say, this is what my business needs. And having a team, like you said, makes a world of a difference, because now you can do more of what you want to do, right? So now you don't want to respond to, not that you don't want to, but sometimes you don't want to. I don't want to respond to my emails all the time. You can get that break, and now you can actually go ahead and bake, you can cook, you can, whatever your business is, you can do that more of and grow your teams there, because now you're gonna get more business because you're more efficient, right? It's a full circle, right? So I love that idea. I love the concept. Congratulations to you. I'm going to, I hope your business grows even more. One other question, are all your agents in Canada, or are they in different parts of North America?
that's also another part of the business that I have to brag about. We're all in Canada. We're within the Greater Toronto area. Our bookkeeper, though, is currently in Ghana. But
Mhm.
other than that, I find that when it comes to the subject of outsourcing, we think of Philippines or India, and that's fine. But I find that a lot of clients run into issues regarding the command of the English language. Now, one of the perks of, I guess, patronizing our services is that everybody, their first language. So you have that peace of mind knowing that if they're reading an email or they're answering all, that they understand what's being conveyed to them and they can respond, which is very important, right? For every business, you need to be able to communicate and understand information that's being presented to you. So yes, we are all based in Canada and
I love it.
is currently
Keep
in.
the jobs here. We need it.
Yeah.
So one other question I keep, like, now, the more you talk, the more questions come up. Do you offer bilingual services? Like, is there any other service that you offer that isn't outside of English?
Yes.
Or you do?
Yes. Now, the beautiful thing about the Greater Toronto area is that many of us, despite the fact that English is our first language, we come from different backgrounds as well. It's a diverse area. For me, example, parents are West African, Ghanaian. So you have a great command of Asante tree. I don't know if you've heard of tree, but I speak it very well. I write some very well. I have people that are bilingual as well. French, Spanish, Hindi. There's quite a few. I have
Oh,
people
wow.
English,
That's amazing.
everywhere, everywhere.
Wow, that's amazing. That's genius. So like if you have a small business owner that has, you know, a bilingual service, they can just tell you what they need and then you can line up whoever that bilingual agent is. I
Ex-
absolutely love it. I
ex-
love it. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you, girl. I don't even know you personally, but I'm so proud of you. I'm just happy to hear this story. And in 2 years you built this. And it's gonna only get bigger because now with COVID and so many people creating new businesses because, you know, they don't have jobs, you're gonna have more for higher demand, right? And even if someone doesn't, you know, they don't have the capabilities of having 8 arms, which none of us do, like you said, we're human. You have this service here that's affordable and can be used so many different ways. I love the versatility of it. I absolutely love it because it's just, I'm thinking of all the businesses and people, even when I had my other business, and it was exhausting. I used to get burnt out. I had weekly meltdowns because I was that overwhelmed. The phone, as soon as I hung up the phone, it's ringing again, another client, emails were coming in. It was just exhausting. So I'm going to promote this business as much as I can. There's no more excuses that I can't do, I can't that. If you're that busy that you can't respond to your emails and your phone calls, that means you're making enough money to afford a virtual assistant because that's just going to make a world of difference for you and for your client and for your business overall. So thank you so much for stepping out the box and doing this and having all these solutions. I really appreciate it.
Thank
So
you.
I'd love to kind of sit on the sideline now, watch your business grow, and I definitely gonna need some of your services myself. So I'm gonna go look because I did not know you had that whole line of services. So thank you so much, Melissa. Thank you. I really appreciate everything.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining in. This is Melissa, founder of Checklist Canada. She provides virtual assistants and lots of small business solutions. If you need a blog, content creation, website design, professional pictures, one-stop shop right here. Okay, guys, I'm going to tag you in this live after. So if you need any services, reach out to Melissa.
Excellent. Thank you so
Thanks, Karen. Have a good night.
much. Take care.
Goodbye.